What do you believe? Because it is our beliefs that determine our behavior. Your destiny is linked to your identity. Everything that's coming in, everything that I believe, everything that I see will determine what I do. This is why the dark room is so important. Like, if I don't put the work in, if I don't do what is required behind the scenes, I'll never step in public authority. If nobody's told you today, let me be the first to tell you, every single person listening to me is standing at the precipice of the greatest decision they could ever make in their lives. For years, decades, generations, families will struggle. Centuries go by in a bloodline, and people, fathers and mothers, make the same mistakes until all of a sudden within a bloodline, somebody makes the decision to press a reset button. And I just want to ask anybody listening to me, why not you? Why not you? Why can't you be the person that changes everything? The innovator, the trailblazer, the disruptor, the person that makes a decision that I will not be the weakest link in the chain of a dynasty. Why not me? Why can't you be the one that makes history? Why can't you be the one that wins again? Why can't you be the one that breaks cycles? Why can't you be the one that overcomes the demons that have haunted a family for generations? Somebody drop it in the comments. Why not me? What is your purpose? What is your destiny? What is your assignment in this season? Are you completely sold out to it? Are you all in? Are you willing to lay your life down? Are you willing to die to achieve it? There is no tomorrow. There is no plan B. I am completely devoted to my level 1 priorities. Type it in the comments. Why not me? You're talented enough. You're hungry enough. So do it. You are the first pick. You are the only option. And there will never be another way. Believe. That is you. It's always been you. You've got everything you need to go to the next level, to obliterate glass ceilings and move forward. It is possible that if you could just focus and stay committed and be determined and direct your attention to what it is that you've been destined to have, you can have it. Do not settle. Do not think that where you are and what you see is all you will ever have. There is more. But change doesn't always come to you. It comes from you. Decide that you want to change your life. Decide that you know it's time. Decide that you've been here long enough. Come to the resolve that you understand, you are aware, and you have accepted that you have been broke and broken and weary and annoyed long enough. The problem with many of you is that you're surrounded by people who ask you the wrong questions. This is why when you're making decisions to change your life, you can't talk to people who are on your level, because they're going to tell you it makes sense to stay here and just make here better, when you know there is something higher that is calling you. There's a better quality of life. There's an abundance. There is an expectation, a passion, a new life that is calling you. And everybody on your level will try to convince you to stay here with them because they're stuck in a place called comfort.
Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. I see a thumbs up, amazing. Also, if you can see my screen, normally everything should be good. So we can start this beautiful morning session. Let's dive straight into it. We had a couple of different price traps last week. That's the first thing I will be covering. I will be giving a review on what's happened and what kind of opportunities you were able to react on and which not, and that kind of stuff. But before I start with that, let me just show you very, very fast what this strategy is all about and what this morning session is all about. Okay, so first of all, we are trading Pricetrap. We are using Pricetrap. What is this strategy? Well, it's a strategy I'm using for 6 years, 7 years already, and it's just based on the basic market principles. All right, and what are the basic market principles? Highs and lows. All right, waiting for the market to break the highs, to break the lows, and follow up these breakouts. Okay, but let's dive straight into it, so this becomes clear for you, and it becomes easy to spot, and what basically my vision is, and my goal here with you is simply training you to find these setups yourself so you can react on them totally on yourself. So you can become independent in the charts, so you can go into the charts yourself without any help and just find everything yourself. Okay, so first of all, I'm here for educational purpose only. I'm not here to give you any financial advice. What you do with your money is 100% your own decision. I'm just here to show you what possibilities there are in these beautiful markets. Okay, so yeah, we had a different price reps. I think it was 4, 8, 11 price reps. So there were a few price reps we could react on, a few price reps that didn't respect. A beautiful week to show you that a trading strategy is not always about being 100% correct every time. No, it's more about having the right risk management combined with a good risk to reward, so you can cover up your losses with only a few take profits. Okay, what do I mean with that? Like, for example, if you started your week off with like 2 losses in a row, you can perfectly cover that with one take profit if you're trading 1 in 3 risk to reward. Okay, so you lose 2, you make 3, you're still 1 in profit. So that's the vision I'm talking about. That's the way you should be in the charts, and always be very disciplined and consistent when it comes down to your risk management. But good, let's dive straight into it. What happened here? So first of all, we had AUD Canadian. Wednesday morning was around this area. So the market was returning from a resistance zone to the support zone. And then we saw that breakout. Okay, so during the evening and the morning after, we had a beautiful breakout and retest. So that's what I was talking about. We are searching the basic market principles. We want to see the last high, the last high, the last low, and then we want to see the market breaking out. It doesn't matter which way we break out, we follow what the market shows us. So we see a breakout to the downside, so we know we need to follow that breakout and look for sells the moment the market retraces back into our price rep. You have different options to react on that. We have FIP levels, we have supply demands, we have imbalance zones, all these type of stuff. So for example, now we had the whole move from the high to the breakout. We returned perfectly to that 50 FIP imbalance, FIP level and imbalance zone and supply zone. All right, so we had so many different confluence here that the market could turn around. If you're not comfortable with reacting in such a aggressive way, and using these limits, you can simply wait for the market to show you some price action. Okay, if you do not know what price action is, if you do not know what candlestick patterns are, maybe it's a good idea to find yourself some people who can learn you these kind of stuff. Okay, I'm not going too much into depth in these morning sessions, because of the time, and also because I just want to share the opportunities with you, what kind of price rush we have for the day. But these kind of stuff, we do have a beautiful Discord channel where you can join and learn all these things if you ask questions, of course. Okay, but good. Let's dive in. What happened here? So the 50-minute time frame was showing us some rejection and slowdown in price. 30-minute time frame, we saw exactly the same thing with that retest. The market was slowing down in price, was showing us some tweezer tops or engulfing candles. And if we go to that lower time frame, the 5 minutes, for example, that's also a possibility. We saw a beautiful break of structure before the market started to drop. Okay, we haven't seen a big drop or a big move to the downside, but basically this is what we need to know. If we are trading price trap and you're following the trend, you can really look for long take profits. You can leave it running, you can go for a twin trade, first to take profit, and then the second order you can leave it running and following the trend. But if you're going against the trend, we always want to search for just one take profit. Okay, or that's how I personally go for that, or how I personally be in the markets. I If I go against the trend, I usually go for the lows from the breakout, and I take profit one, and I'm happy. If I go with the trend, so for example, right now, this move here, we had also a beautiful breakout retest, and then the market took off. Here you can go for a take profit one, and your second order you can leave it running. Okay, so that's the different possibilities you have if you're trading Pricetrap also. So if we take a look at what happened here, if you reacted around that zone or area, you would see that the market was for around a 40 pips, something like that, to the downside. It depends a little bit on how big of a stop loss you used. If you went for 10 pips, a 1-on-3 was possible. If you went for 15 pips, I think this would end up as a break-even idea. Okay, so it depends 100% on how you personally react and where you put your stop losses. Good. Next one, ADUSD. We already had the breakout, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we already had the breakout last week, and we were looking for that retest back into our zone. We had different opportunities or different moments that the market was showing us some good price action, engulfing on that 1 hour time frame, rejection, 30-minute time frame, same exact thing, engulfings, 50-minute time frame, again, same exact thing. We see here all these engulfing candles and price action, but there is like one thing that really jumps out and is obvious why the market didn't really turn and followed that breakout retest to the upside, is because we never really broke structure. You see that? How the market is really like respecting these lower highs. That's exactly the reason why we haven't seen the market turn around, and the market just kept on dropping. So if you use price action, this should never be a stop loss. If you use candlestick patterns, probably you should take a stop loss there, all right? Or because of these engulfing candles and all the stuff, probably you would find your entry here with this engulfing, and then the market just dropped further down. Does that mean that this idea is done, that we cannot react anymore? Of course not, because with Pricetrap we have both directions. We can look for the breakout to the upside, but also the breakout to the downside. But there's one thing with ADUSD. If we take a look, we are uptrending. We are going up for a long time already. Okay, so we are going against the trend. So the breakout happened. We came back for the retest. Market rejected beautifully. Showed us engulfing candles, 30-minute time frame, engulfing candle, 50-minute time frame, same exact thing. No, not the engulfing candle, but beautiful rejection here. The 30 and the 1 hour was obvious that the market was turning around. So if you found yourself an entry over here, let's say we go for a 15 pip stop. Market went for almost 85 pips, or let's just say 80 pips to the downside. So after taking that stop, you still had an opportunity to follow the breakout and follow this downtrending movement, short term, of course, to take like one take profit with 1-on-3 with swing parts. Okay, if you went for twin trading also against the trend, go and search yourself some zones at the left side so you can determine your targets. Okay, you can find demand zones, you can find imbalance zones, you can use FIP levels, same exact thing like we are looking for a retest. Okay, so good. That's for AUD/USD. Let's keep it moving. Next one, AUD/NZD. So what have we seen here? It was pretty hard. I told you guys I want to see at least that equal high before I would be interested in really taking that uptrending movement, taking that breakout retest to the upside. And like you can see, the market was attacking these highs, not really giving us that very obvious breakout here. We did get that retest here beautifully here on this 1 hour rejection and this engulfing candle, but because of the market like slightly breaking out and it looked, for me, it looked more that the market was respecting supply, so I didn't really react on that. I personally just waited and see what the market was possibly doing in the next move. So like you can see, market broke out from these highs, and on that next move to the downside, you could find yourself some price action. But because of the price trap looked like this, I'm not even gonna count this as a winning trade. You should follow this up, all right? So this is not a winning trade for my price trap, but if you followed up, you knew that the breakout happened over here, and you went further down with this retest to then follow up that uptrending market, okay? So that's for AUD NZD. Let me first check because I see some charts coming into the chat box. Yeah, of course. AUD Canadian, the big breakout retest here, that was beautiful. This is what I mean with following up your price trap, following up your chart. We saw that AUD Canadian broke to the downside, give the retest, and then give us a little move of like 40 pips, something like that. But then it was obvious that the market was like I don't know, stuck in between a high and a low. Once you follow this up and you see this happening, you're really getting better in price trap, you know, because then you adjust your zones. So from these two highs and lows, you can adjust it from this resistance and this support. And then we have seen this beautiful breakout retest that shooted the market very high up. All right. So like you can see here, beautiful breakout, beautiful retest. Everything was in place for this idea. And like you can see, a 1-on-8 risk to reward here on AD Canadian. That's such a beautiful idea. Congratulations on taking them, bro. That's just amazing. Are there two the same charts? Yeah, yeah, there are two the same. There we go. So let's move on. That was AD NZD. Okay, then we had Euro USD. This was consolidating for a long time. But they say a lot of times, like, the greater the consolidation, the greater the breakout. And that's exactly what happened with Euro USD. Let me first check what I see here. 80 USD, yeah, the big spike. This was NFP probably that gave you that beautiful wick entry to then again 105 risk to reward, guys. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, so Euro USD, the greater the consolidation, the greater the breakout. What do I mean with that? The longer the consolidation is taking, the greater the breakout and the move will be. That's exactly what we have seen. Market broke out, came back for the retest, showed us beautiful price action over here. If we go 1 hour, I'm on the 30 now. The 1 hour showed us an engulfing candle, 30-minute time frame showed us a massive spike to the upside, so a volume push to then immediately start breaking structure to the downside. Same thing on the 15-minute time frame. Even the 5-minute time frame also showed you a beautiful breakout retest of the lows. So first we spike up, we respect it, and then we go below it, like you can see, below this low. We do the retest, and then we start dropping. It was a little tricky. I personally, I reacted. Yeah, I did. But before the weekend, I closed out because I do not trust these times of how everything is happening in the world. There's wars everywhere. Trump is doing a trade war with China and all these type of stuff. So gaps are possible during the weekend. So I personally do not want to take that risk and close out my trades. Then being in a chart like this and opening up your charts on a Sunday night and see that the market gapped against your direction and have a bigger stop loss than you have planned. This was in the direction, so this is lucky. But if this happens in the opposite direction, it doesn't close out on your stop loss. It closes out on the first price of opening. Okay, so important to know. But like you can see, still structure was respected. Still, we have seen that the market beautifully gave that breakout retest, and then yeah, it gave you an opportunity of around almost 200 pips, guys. 200 pips. That's insane. That's beautiful. All right. So that's for Euro USD. Let's keep on moving here. Let's see that I do not miss out on any idea that I gave you guys. But normally these are the ones. Next one, GJ. Like you can see, it happens time and time again. Market breaks out, comes back for the retest, and look what kind of move the market does. If we zoom out, which direction are we going the last couple of weeks? We are going up. So if we are taking this trade, this is perfectly possible to really go with a twin trade on that one. First take profit 1-on-3, for example. Second take profit. Yeah, you can leave it running. Okay, you can close out whenever you want on supply levels, flip levels, imbalance levels. You can even use indicators for that. We did have an indicator in the past that we used for that, the DDIGM, for the people that remembers it. Still working fine, of course. It's still a very powerful indicator. But like you can see, market beautifully broke out, gave us some massive rejection, 30-minute time frame. We saw the market giving us engulfing candles, 50-minute time frame. We saw the market also giving us, for example, this morning star, or you could wait on this engulfing, this engulfing, this engulfing. So many engulfing candles, so many opportunities to be reacting here on GJ. Imagine you had a late entry. It didn't even matter because, like you can see, if you reacted pretty late, you still had an opportunity of the market running for 500 pips, guys. So even if you went for a 50 pip stop, you still had a 1-on-10 risk to reward here. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful idea also on GJ. The power of price trap. This is just amazing. All right. Then we have GU. For GU, I was waiting for the market to dip lower, below the lows that the market created here. We have seen that, and then we also saw some rejection here. 30-minute time frame, exactly same thing. Not really the engulfing candles we were searching for. 50-minute time frame did also some good price action here where we could react to the upside. And of course, the 15-minute did exactly the same thing. The market broke out, broke these highs here. You could wait for this one also, gave the retest and then shoot it up. Okay, so if you had an entry around this area, you had around 60 pip potential, but because of a big stop loss, yeah, 103 was still possible. 20 pip stop, something like that. 60 pip to the upside, yeah, 103 was in there. But then the market decided to turn around and keep on moving downwards. Okay, so again, if you follow up, what do we see? Market creates new lows, breaks below it, gives a retest, and boom, we had another beautiful breakout retest to the downside. But that's the follow-up and not the price drops I'm giving on my sessions. Next one, G-Chef. I remember this one. I took a stop loss on this one. So the market broke out, came back for the retest. The first price action, yeah, market just took off without me, so I just left it alone. We had massive engulfing candles, but market never really gave that retracement here, all right? So it never really gave me that entry opportunity. Then we went higher with again some engulfing candles. I think it was around this area that I reacted for a second time. For the first time, sorry. The second time, this was the first opportunity, that's what I mean. And here we had the second opportunity. This was my second moment I was reacting on it, but it simply didn't respect. Okay, market just turned around, hit stop losses, and that's it. Okay, that's trading. If you're here thinking that you can trade without taking any stop losses, forget about it. Search yourself another job because you're gonna lose. You're gonna have some stop losses. That's just part of the game, you know. I took a 1-on-5 risk to the reward on that one. There you go. You see, not every stop loss for me is a stop loss for you. It depends on how you manage your trades, how you place your stop losses, how you use all these type of things. Okay, results always are different with other people. Okay, so good. Then what have we seen here? NZD USD, same thing like we have seen on what was it? GU. So market broke out, came back for the retest. We had some engulfing candles, yes. 30-minute, yes. 50-minute also, yes. Here, right over here, but we never really broke that structure again, right? So if we take a look here, we see the market always respecting these highs and creating lower highs on the 5-minute time frame. So that's the reason I personally didn't react, but we had to break our retest to the downside. That's what I say. We always have two opportunities. We can break retest to the upside, or we can simply break down, retest, and go to the downside. And look what happened. Beautiful price action, 30-minute time frame, beautiful engulfings, 15-minute time frame, exactly the same thing. Beautiful morning star, beautiful engulfing candle. So many different opportunities there to react on NZD USD to the downside. So if you found yourself an entry, would be around 10 pip stop and 120 pip potential. That's a 1-on-12 risk to rewards, risking 1% to make 12%. Imagine that. Or even risking 0.5% to make 6%. Come on, that's insane. One trade and you're done for the week. All right, let's keep it moving. It was a lot last week, so I have a lot to cover. Okay, next one. USD JPY, this one took off without me. I personally didn't find an entry on this one. The retest was there, so we broke out, came back for that retest here with this wick. But for me personally, yeah, this was just not clear. This was not what I love to see as a price trap. Even though the market went crazy and look at that, I think we are talking 500 pips again or something like that. Yeah, look at that, almost 600 pips. So we had a massive move, but I personally didn't find myself an entry. Happens, all right? This is trading. You will lose, you will miss out, you will think, damn it, I closed too early, all these type of things. But you will have to get to know yourself on a deep level to know how you react in these type of charts. Took a 1-on-10, I know that one. I've seen that passing by in the Discord. You took that massive breakout retest. This is more like, this is also possible, of course, but this is more like, you see this beautiful 4-hour price trap, market breaks out, comes back for the retest, and takes off like crazy, okay? So that's, of course, also possible. I'm trading the 1 hour price traps, but 4 hours is possible, daily is possible, 15 minutes is possible, 5 minutes is possible. You can even scalp with price trap, but just make sure to use the right highs and lows. So that's for UJ. Canadian JPY, pretty much the same thing. Personally left it alone. The moment the market starts doing messy things like this right over here, there was a clear breakout retest. So we had the breakout. Market came back for the retest with this massive wick. 30-minute time frame, if we take a look, you see the market engulfing. 15-minute time frame, exactly the same thing here. Morning star, engulfing candles. So many opportunities here to react on that. And like you can see, even if you had a pretty late entry, let's say you went for a 20 pip stop, 25 pip stop, you had again an opportunity of 1 on 10 risk to reward. So there was a lot of opportunity last week. A little difficult in my opinion because some trades didn't give us the proper retest like I like to see them. But yeah, still market respected the basic market principles, and that's what I repeated a few times already on the session. The highs and the lows, okay? And that's the most important part. CHF, JPY, same thing. Breakout, but no retest, no opportunity to react on this, okay? So that's it. That's the price traps from last week. Now I'm gonna go through the charts from today. I know there's a lot going on in the charts. I've seen or my price traps from the morning session yesterday with the team. We had a lot of different price traps, starting with 80 JPY. So 80 JPY, we have this high over here. I'm still looking for that retest into that zone, into that price trap. So this here, there we go. Let me put a zone. So I think this is pretty easy to see what I'm looking for. I'm just looking to get the market for a good retest and then move higher, okay? We have the break of the highs. It's possible the market will react on this demand zone. If it is, it is. Let the market run. Don't chase the market. That's the biggest mistake you can make. Next one, 80 Canadian, I'm leaving it like that. 80 USD, same thing. 80 NZDF, I was looking for this. Breakout retest again. We are simply following the trend. This is a beautiful example. Like, why do you use price trap? Why do you keep using it? There are so many different opportunities, blah, blah, blah. High, breakout retest, breakout retest, breakout retest, breakout retest, again, breakout retest. You see that? How you can follow this trend by simply finding highs and lows? It's so powerful. And it's so simple. I love simplicity. For the people who do not know me, I've said this a few times already on previous sessions. That's how I grew up. That's how my mother always told me. Why should you make it difficult if you can keep it easy? That's a solid question you can ask yourself. There we go. Next one, ADCHF. But the difference is also, or the opposite is also true. That's what she also said in the past when I was young. She also said, like, why should you keep it easy if you can make it difficult? But I love the first one more. That's the one that stuck with me. All right. Euro USD, I'm gonna leave it. We do have, yeah, Euro AUD. The breakout of these support zones could be interesting to see the market following that downtrend. There we go. Euro Canadian. This is difficult. I'm gonna put it on. So we have this breakout to the upside, but we gotta pay attention because what's the direction of the trend? I'm not gonna even zoom out. I'm just wanna ask you guys, what's the direction of the trend here on this pair? Euro Canadian. Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Solid question. In my opinion, yeah. If you open up the daily, we are uptrending, right? We are still moving higher and higher. Same thing, 4-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, we are in a downtrend. So we gotta pay attention there, okay? It's perfectly possible the market will be reacting on supply zones and keep on moving down, okay? So that's something we need to keep in the back of our heads. Now, what's interesting on this chart is that we still have this weekend gap above these highs. So if we could get this beautiful break retest, so the retest back into these demand zones, we can target this high, at least this high, as take profit, okay, to fill up the gap from the weekend, because that's not fully filled up yet. Okay, so interesting pair. Let's see what happens with that. Euro CHF, I'm gonna leave it. Euro pound, I'm gonna give it another color. Maybe I'll get back to that. I was also looking at Euro NZD for the breakout retest. So these are the point of structures that we have. So we can look for a retest and follow that downtrend, okay? GA, I'm gonna leave it. GCAT, same thing. Yeah, GJ, we do have a good price up on this, so clean structure. We are very high in price, so we should be paying attention there, but let's see if we can follow that up. Oof, I think we missed this one. I think this is even if I was like a few minutes earlier, we could have taken this one. Phew. Yeah, definitely. Price action on candlestick wise, price action is on point. Let me check what the FIP level's saying. Yeah, FIP level's also on point. This could be a good entry, a good potential live entry, but now it's gone, so don't FOMO yourself in it. Don't be that person who is now reacting with a massive stop loss. You wanna wait for the market. Maybe it will turn around, it will come back and give us a new opportunity. We shall see. Otherwise, if it's gone, it's gone. What's this? Euro pound. Let's go. Let's go. Almost another one on 10 risk to reward, bro. I know who's the one paying the drinks tonight. If you don't know, we have a weekly meeting in Belgium where we meet in person. So we just talk about trades, we talk about crypto, we learn different concepts about mindset, all these type of things. And of course, we have a drink together, we laugh together, we talk a little bit. So if you feel like, I want to meet this community, I want to be around these people because they are going places, just let me know. Send me a private message through Instagram, Telegram, Discord, and I'll text you the address, and you're more than welcome. Everyone is welcome on these Wednesday meetings. So if you're from Belgium and interested in meeting us in person, don't hesitate and be there. It's like a typical pub, a typical Belgian pub, where we just have some fun and drink. And trade, of course. Not only drink and having fun. Like last week, we have been talking about crypto. Funny thing is, every time on these Wednesday meetings, when I'm saying crypto is getting boring, something happens. And last week, it was exactly the same. I was like, the markets are pretty boring. Guess what happens the day after? You cat. I'm gonna give it another color. I will come back on that one. Yeah, this one took off already. This was one from yesterday. So like you can see, we have the breakout. The market comes back to the retest, rejects beautifully from the supply zone. 30-minute time frame price action, 50-minute price time frame price action. So this is running from yesterday morning session, with a potential already of 36 pips. We can go way lower here. But for now, I'm going to leave it alone because I don't really find myself the obvious price rep zones, okay? UJ, same thing, going to leave it. Canadian CHF, same thing, okay. Looks like that will be it. All right, this is also a good price rep, a good price action, or a good high and low here. Let's see what gold is going to do with it. I wouldn't be surprised if gold starts a downtrend from this point. We are rising for a long time already. Like you can see, if you zoom out this chart, this chart is just going up, and nothing else. So we do need some retracement. It doesn't have to happen, but it would be good to balance the market. But let's see. I was looking for the breakout retest yesterday to the downside because I was following this downtrending movement. We also caught this one, the breakout, the retest from this one. Same thing here, breakout, retest, downside. So now I'm looking for the same thing, downside movements, all right? If we break out and we create an equal high over here, it would be interesting to see the market going higher, okay? If we do not, so for example, if we go above this zone, but we respect that supply zone, so we do not make that equal high, then it's not gonna last long. I think we will just follow that downtrend then, okay? Good. Let me get back to USD Canadian because I wanted to say also something about that one. So first, let me trap it. This is the price trap. There we go, the high, the low. So we have two opportunities here. I'm looking for price action to take this up because simply following this uptrending move or this breakout of the of the downtrend of this massive consolidation. But if the market comes back, we will have to pay attention to this supply zone. Okay, this could be a beautiful zone to take the market down again. Did we take the low? Do we have an equal low? Not yet. So we are still respecting. Market cannot go too much lower anymore if we want to buy this thing. If the market goes a little lower and start attacking these lows, I would be interested in the breakout retest to the downside. Okay, makes sense, right? And then we have euro pound. I did give this one another color. There's a reason for that because this is some clean structure. There we go. And that will be it for the price traps. So we have a lot of different price traps that already broke out. And we are waiting for the retest. So AUD JPY, AUD NZD. For AUD NZD, I want to see the market taking out these lows. All right. So something like that would be beautiful. If this doesn't happen, adjust your zones. Follow up your price traps. Then we will be looking for this. All right. I'm gonna delete this one. There we go. Because we are first focused on that move. I always want to keep my charts as clean as possible. AUD same thing, waiting for the retests. Euro AUD, same exact thing, waiting for the breakout. The breakout already happened, but waiting for that retest. Euro Canadian also waiting for the retest to take the market higher to the gap. Euro pound waiting for the breakout. Euro NZD also waiting for the deeper retest. GJ, same exact thing. No, GJ did retest already, so we shall see. If the market gets lower, maybe we can get a new opportunity or take the other opportunity to take the market to the upside, but at this point, the market is gone, all right? Do not FOMO yourself. If you do not know what FOMO is, that means the fear of missing out. So don't have that fear of missing out. The market is gone without you. It is what it is. Wait for the next opportunity. GCHEF waiting for the deeper retests. NZD CHF exactly the same thing. NZD JPY exactly the same thing. UCAT, this is a little different. This was the price chart from yesterday, so we are waiting for the breakout, maybe the retest to go higher. At this point, I don't see price action. I don't see any reason to buy this thing. And then we have gold, where we are potentially looking to follow that downtrend or make equal highs and start an up move again. Okay, so good. Now, of course, like you guys know, I always show you what's happening when we are going to the news. If we take a look at the news, nothing really happens today. So we have a very calm day. It's more tomorrow where we will see the employment and unemployment on AUD and the GDP on pound. Okay, so please pay attention on pound and AUD pairs because this is gonna impact pretty hard. Okay, next one we have USD at 230 tomorrow, and what's also so the PPI. That's a yeah, it's an important news event. It's not gonna mess up the charts completely, but it is important. But what's more important, and that could take some massive impact, is the Fed Chair Powell that is speaking. Okay, if you do not know Fed Chair Powell, please do your research because this one is the most important person from the Federal Reserve in the United States. So if this one is opening his mouth, you will see it in the charts. Okay, for the rest, it's a pretty calm week. Okay, not a lot of news. We do have Thursday now where we need to pay attention for a few events, but for the rest, it's a pretty calm week. Okay, good. That's it for the Forex. Let's jump into crypto because a lot has happened, right? A lot has happened. I was been talking about crypto last week. I always leave my charts like I left them on the session. So I cannot cheat. I can only say or follow up what I was saying from the last week. What we have seen on Bitcoin is very interesting. I was talking about the downside movements. I was talking about retracements, or if the market, I'm not sure if I said it on my session, but I said if the weekly can close massively, so above this candle closure, this is a very bullish sign. So the market could turn very bullish very soon. And that's exactly what we have seen, okay? For the retracement, I was waiting for the market to break structure. So we saw the breakout and the retest of this 4-hour zone, but we never broke to the downside. We never were breaking any lows. We were just respecting it. So, looking at these lower time frames and using that basic market principle, the high and the low, we knew that the market would never start dropping as long as we kept respecting that uptrending structure. And that's exactly what we have seen, okay? Now, what's different from this push and this push, or this whole move, is that now the dominance is getting wrecked, okay? Or getting wrecked. It's still okay, but we are really starting to hunt down structure to see the dominance going down. What does that mean? Well, pretty simple. It means, like you can see, this arrow was also on there. It means that this chart will be starting to show some good power, some good strength. So the alts are really gaining power this time, okay? We can see that in the Bitcoin dominance. We can see that on the charts, excluding the top 10, so excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, all these type of stuff. So only the low cap coins, or the coins below the top 10 of crypto, are breaking out of the highs. And also, if you take a look, so for example, Hedera breaking highs, Uniswap breaking highs, Ripple breaking highs. We are really seeing some good bullish price action to see this alt market going crazy. Solana really showing power. If we take a look at Cardano, same thing, showing power. Look at that. This is beautiful. I gave you two options. I said from this point, this was where we were. From this point, retest to go higher, or just break, or break our retest to the downside. These were the options we had. We beautifully respected that breakout retest to the upside. Beautifully. Just amazing to see that. And then the most important part is this one here, this bad boy. Ethereum against Bitcoin. Look at that. How much strength the Ethereum against Bitcoin has done. It broke so much structure that it's really showing me that it's getting ready to maybe start the alt season. You got to remember, the most altcoins are built on Ethereum. So if Ethereum is building strength against Bitcoin, we know that these altcoins are flying. And that's exactly what we see. Okay, we see some very good price action. Have to go, the new job is calling. Okay, bro, I see you tonight. Oh no, this night you can't be it. Okay, no problem. We see each other next time, probably tomorrow morning. Good. Have a great day, bro. Good. So yeah, basically that's a little bit it, what I wanted to say about crypto. Just pay attention. If you have low cap coins, if you have altcoins that you're looking at and interested in for investing, yeah, I wouldn't wait too long, because the market is really showing strength. And I'm not saying you have to invest in crypto, you have to put your money in there. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just showing you what market structure is showing me, okay? And what you do with that, it's 100% your own decision. So, for example, if you have Uniswap, this is just an example. I really like Uniswap. We are breaking the structure. You see that? How we are breaking these highs? Market is breaking. Now, what am I waiting for? Maybe the retest to see the market going higher again, okay? So that's basically what I'm looking for at this moment on different coins. For example, here Ripple, waiting for retracements to go higher. Are we getting these retracements? I'm not sure. It's possible market will just take off from that point. But yeah, structure is just showing me that possibilities are on the way. Okay? So very, very important. There we go. That will be it, I think. Any questions? I've been talking a lot, so maybe you guys have some questions. I don't see any questions coming in. Are there examples of altcoins that might be interesting there this year? Yeah, the thing is, in my opinion, this is the hardest crypto bull run that I've been looking at. All right, it's also my second. All right, it's only my second bull run. I started with Bitcoin when Bitcoin was here. All right, so I saw Bitcoin going from 3K all the way to 70, and then come back to 18 to then see it moving all the way to 100 and more. All right, this bull run, in my opinion, was one of the most easiest bull runs to make some crazy capital. But right now it's pretty hard, okay? There are so many different opportunities. There are so many different coins you can invest in, so many different projects you can invest in, um, and so many solid ones. All right. When I started with crypto, I can remember. Okay, there were also a lot of different altcoins and a lot of different projects you could invest in, but there it was, in my opinion, more clear. Like, okay, we have a massive exchange. This exchange could really boom like crazy. I'm gonna invest a little bit in that one. I've seen, for example, Hedera. I'm already looking at one from previous bull run. It's looking a very interesting project. They have a lot of utility. They are solving problems. I'm gonna look into that one. I found it more easier than this bull run. But do I have real projects that I'm looking at, like small caps? Hedera, but that's not really a small cap anymore. I'm looking at this one for a long time, but really a long time. I think my first investment with Hedera was before this run even. I'm looking at this one for a long time. I'm on KuCoin a lot, but it's hard to find promising coin in the forest of different ones. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. What you gotta do is just maybe follow people that are in crypto for a long time and are investing in certain projects that are new, and you know these guys have a lot of knowledge. We do have a lot of people in the Discord community for that. And then do your own research. So what's also the best place to be on is Twitter, so X, to learn about crypto or to find some good projects. You got to be careful though, because a lot of scams are out there. But always just do your own research. Is the community, or is the project solving problems? Is this a long-term project, or is this just a hype where we pump and dump? All these questions you gotta ask yourself before you really invest into something. That's very important, because if you're investing in a coin because someone tells you to, the moment this coin will be crashing, or the moment this coin will be showing retracements with 10% or 20 or 30%, you will be panicking and selling in loss, while this beautiful coin can go skyrocket, if it is, of course, the right utility and so on and so forth. But what are important things to look at? Utility, problem solving, team behind it, roadmap, community, very important. Community is very important. Attention is also a very important one. So what do I mean with community and attention? Community is pretty simple, because how is the community? Is the community positive? Is it standing behind their project, or are they negative all about it? That's a thing you really want to pay attention at. And also the attention. Is there a lot of attention to that sort of niche where the market or where the utility is? For example, AI agents. Is this something where a lot of attention goes to at this point? Yes or no? I know, for example, certain periods of time we have meme coins that boom like crazy, but that's pure because of attention and community. That's nothing to do with utility and all these type of stuff. Okay, so that's why it's so important to also watch these two things. Is there a lot of attention in this niche, and is the community strong and positive? And of course, the team, are they active on their X? Are they updating what they're doing? Are they following up their road plan? Yeah, these type of stuff. Okay, so that's very important. I'm not gonna throw out coins right now. That's not what I want to do here. I have been showing some. My list is also open. These are pretty big projects, not the smallest one. That's another list of me, more risk related projects. But that's not what I want to do. I don't want to throw out some coins here. It's more my vision and my purpose here with these calls is to put yourself up to be able to go in the charge yourself, to find yourself projects where you have trust and where you want to see yourself partnering with, because that's basically what you're doing for long term. Okay. I hope that was clear. I hope I helped you a little bit further. Any more questions? It can be everything, right? I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and then I'm closing out the session. It was an interesting session today. I really liked it. Let's see what the price up will give us this week, because we do have a lot of different opportunities, a lot of breakouts, a lot of pairs where we are waiting for retests. So let's see how this develops. Okay. I don't see any questions coming in. Good. That will be it. I'm ready. Yes. Good. So I'm going to close it off with this. Like I'm saying a lot of times, just stick to everything you put on paper. So your trading plan, your risk management plan, be consistent and disciplined in just everything you do. Okay. I personally really found my consistency and discipline in the gym. Like going to the gym, working out, putting myself or pushing myself to limits. And I took this with me on my desk, with trading, with everything. So find yourself something you're disciplined and consistent in, and take that with you. Hold that very strong, because this is where the difference is made. All right. I really love the way how someone from the team also says it. He's on the call also, Robin. He said it like, it's not about the 80% you're giving into your job or into your goals and dreams. It's about the 20% you're not doing for your goals and dreams. This is way more important than that 80% you're putting in. You know, that 20% is holding you back, not that 80% of pushing through. Go for 100% or just don't. All right. Don't waste your time if you're just here to say like, yeah, I'm gonna just give my 80%. No. That 20% will really hold you back and will keep you away from profitable trading or profitable investing. Give your 100%, not your 80% or 20%. Okay? Go back testing. Keep your trades logging. Follow a journal. Read books. Listen to podcasts. Go for workouts. Just give your 100% and see the difference in only a few months or days. Okay? So good. Thank you all for being here. I wish you all the best. And yeah, we see each other back next Wednesday. We will go over all the price traps. I will review what we have done today. And of course, I will give you the vision, what I'm seeing upcoming for the Bitcoin and the whole crypto market. Okay, so thank you all for being here. I wish you all a beautiful Wednesday. We see each other next week for another brand new session. Ciao, ciao.